AI will do it automatically or semi-automatically. But it's a specific type of designer and a specific type of a programmer that will be in problem at the next 5 to 10 or 1 to 10 years. What I'm trying to say is that you also need to see let's call it if the team that tell you I'm going to solve something with AI is actually someone that really care about AI, understand AI. This is the reason why they choose this solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you're going back to the potential of AI, we mentioned that maybe in the case of Bria, you would have less designer doing work, but it's mainly the easy stuff, something that might be kind of easy for this. Maybe the designer would only be doing strategy design or doing something which is more complex in that case. Do you think?
I don't think that it's easy or hard. Today, it's very hard to generate 10 different versions of one campaign ad by changing the expression and the presenter and the background. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. It will take them days and days, and they probably will not do it because it doesn't make any sense. So it's not a question of hard and not hard. It's a question of scale. If we can automate this process, then now all of a sudden you can have more options if you are performance marketing, if you are for growth, if you want to be independent as a communicator. All of a sudden you have more options. I think that the designer, some of them, will be able to focus more on the creative side and less on the pixel edit side. Which is good because many of them came to this job because they want to be creative. So now you can be creative. Ask the craziest thing the machine to do, and it will do it for you. You don't need to spend 2 weeks to create it.
Yeah, you could just talk to the machine or print or text whatever you need, and the machine would create it. You could just text, "I'm looking for this and this," and that's it. So the text to image is something we know, text to speech, and we know that we could talk to a computer and it could answer us like in Siri or whatever. So what is the difference when you're talking to the machine, and then instead of the output being the machine talking to you, it will be an image in that case. So there is additional calculations other than just understanding what I was asking, I guess.
Yeah, but again, when we have text to image, the machine text to voice, the machine just read the existing text. It did not invent new text, right? But now it's invent new image. Even if you modify an image, the modified part are new. It's not only on the visual. So in the visual, you can ask a system to generate something that was not there or to modify something by text, and it will generate it for you. In text, you can write a blog. Ask a computer to write a blog about what are the challenges in AI platform, and give him the points that I want that it will be talent acquisition, data, and measurement. The machine will write it. It will look like a really good blog.
Yeah. I know it's the same for ads. If you want to have like marketing text, and if you want to know exactly what are the words you need to put in the title of an email and all of that.
It's the same technology, by the way. It's all the same technology. But now if you can generate text and ads and movie and illustration and images as that fast, the fast is also a game changer here. Then you can start have more version, have more A/B testing, have a hyper customization or personalization for your e-commerce campaign. You can do all kind of things that was blocked before. And this is the game changer: the ability to do it without the need for professional resources and fast. By the way, without the need of professional resources and fast means scale.
Yeah, I totally understand. So, what do you think people and leaders need to know about AI and they don't understand?
Wow, it's a hard, it's a huge question.
Yeah,
First of all, they need to understand. First of all, they need to acknowledge. They need to understand it. It's not the problem of this engineer. It's their problem. You see that, by the way, in many cases, you see that in with the parents, which says, "I don't understand this technology, and I don't know what my kids are doing in TikTok, and that's it." First of all, they need to understand. It's their problem to understand how does it work, because the impact on society is huge.
I totally
It's huge.
understand. I totally agree what you're saying. I totally agree. And I think
Uh,
that most people just think, yeah, it's another technology, it's another, okay, it's just that. And I could say, like for me, if we're talking about TikTok and social networks in general, the fact that it's so narrowing the way that you see the world, because these machines are understanding what you need and they're doing exactly only that, and they're just narrowing your point of view of the world, is really devastating for young people and for people in general. And the implications could be their mental health, the way they relate to society, the way they relate to each other, the way they understand the world. So it's like you cannot be like, there is nothing more important than that for these young people. And it's not only because it's like most people say, yeah, it's fun, it's humor, they're just doing that for fun, but it's much more than that. So I totally agree with what you're saying right now.
I was bored, and this is a system that helped me not to be bored. No, it's
Yeah.
actually a good thing that you be bored a little bit as a kid. It will give you idea of what. So
Yeah,
I
I
think that
agree.
going back to your original question, the first thing that leaders need to understand is that it's changed the world and much faster than in the past. When the again going back to Ford,